everybody. I'm James Hunnicutt. Thanks for coming back or visiting for the first time if this is your first time swinging by here. This particular video, which is my follow-up to the gratitude video, is about being alone, the feeling of being alone. And I say feeling of being alone because I don't believe that in actuality and in reality, beyond our feelings and thoughts, that we are ever alone. And that's not to downplay that feeling, because that feeling can be dreadfully real, as I think most, if not all of us know, if we're being honest with ourselves. I know I have that feeling. I struggle with it sometimes too. But I call it a feeling because I believe that we are forever connected, and that we are more than these meat suits, these bodies, and more than what we think about. What we think about is huge as far as determining and influencing the path, the direction we're going to take, and how our lives are going to be. Obviously, but I think more than we could probably even put into words, that we give credit for. We'd tend to downplay that. I think we have a tendency to think that life is more about what's happening to us, or what has happened to us, or what might happen to us, as opposed to how we react, or more importantly, choose to respond to those things. I believe that's our true power. And beyond that, the intellect and the mental choices and what we do in falling in line with how we react and respond to life, beyond that, we have energy inside these meat suits. And one place which I think is really fascinating and cool, where you will find that science and religion, spirituality, which is someplace in between in my line of thinking, but where those lines of thought that can tend to be kind of polarized from one another. You have people in each, I guess with any ism, you have people that are radically kind of clinging to that and are going to downplay, or throw out the window, not take seriously, the alternative view to that. But that's a place where these different camps of thought tend to agree, is that energy is something that we don't know how to create or destroy energy. Energy is just manifested. It takes different shapes. Energy is stored within coal before it's burned. It's manifested in a different way. It's expressed in a different way. And we're no different. Our energy, the energy inside us, that's not something that's created or destroyed. These meat suits, these bodies have a life shelf, obviously. But that energy came from somewhere. Multimodal energy, so many things, multi-causal reality. There are so many things that come into play for it to rain, let alone for a human being to form, any kind of living form, fauna, superfauna, as we call animals. All of that, many pieces that play before a human is conceived or, gestated, incubated, and brought in, actually out of the womb into this planet. So all of that, so much goes on before that and after the energy leaves the body. And I guess may seem like I'm rambling and getting off topic here, but the point being, to me, it's quite relevant that we are more than this physicalness. Far more, infinitely more. We are literally expressions of the cosmos. Like the term that we're stardust. It's true. The compounds within us can be found within stars, within this potentially limitless infinite cosmos. It's within each living, breathing thing, and everything on this planet is alive, and it has energy, an inherent energy within it. So my point being with all of that, we only really feel alone when we think of the limited nature of our physicality and our mental capabilities. When we think of time and distance, which are also ideas. We think of time and distance. A week can seem like a really long time if we're having a hard time. A day, even a minute, can be a tough time. I know I'm an addict, and sometimes seconds can be grueling. It can seem like an eternity. Distance also, the idea of being, in a different city, a different state, a different country. That just might as well be the other end of the universe to us, but in reality, the reason I'm bringing up these things is that when we put our shelf life and time and distance, our physicality and how physically far apart we are, or how often we see each other on a timeline. Compared to the grander scheme of a potentially infinite reality, these are just micro blips. These are microscopic pieces of a grain of sand of our existence. And all the while we're thinking about this and lamenting this or dreading this, dreading what might come tomorrow or lamenting what has happened yesterday, we still exist. And our energy is still here, and our energy isn't going anywhere. It will express itself differently. Maybe not within these bodies, but it's still going to be there. The idea being, what I'm trying to relate is that no matter where you are, what you're going through, what you've been through, what happened yesterday, or what could happen tomorrow, which is unknown, that you're connected with every single thing on this planet. And I, for one, think that's amazing, that we have the compounds found within the stars, within the rest of this incredible cosmos, multiverse, that we are expressions of that. That's incredible. And that you have that, you share that with every other human being, and you share that energy and express that energy, that every human being before you that's here at the same time that you are and that will be in the future will share too. So that you and I, none of us are ever really alone. And I hope that we remember that when we start to feel alone. This is something that I like when I talked about the gratitude practice, listing things I was thankful for. These are things I think about if I start to feel down and feel that I am indeed, quote unquote, alone. I remind myself that I'm not. And the intent behind this is to remind you that you're not either. So hopefully that's what we've accomplished with this. I hope you gained something of benefit from watching this. If you did, check out my other videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for doing so. Either way, I hope you have a great day, and if this video didn't do it for you, I hope you find something else here that does. Take care. You're not alone. I promise you'll never walk alone.